Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of Winston-Salem. It's my honor to call to order this August the 5th meeting of the Winston-Salem City Council and ask the city clerk to call the roll, please.
Councilmember Larson. Councilmember Clark.
Here.
Councilmember Mundy.
Present.
Councilmember Scipio.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Adams.
Here.
Councilmember Taylor.
Present.
Councilmember McIntosh.
Here.
And Councilmember Burke.
Here.
Thank you very much. We are back after a little hiatus in July, and everybody's back and ready to go today to deal with the city's business. If you would please join the city council and me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Would you please join the city council and me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Our Sergeant at Arms tonight is Lieutenant L.A. Veal. Lieutenant, thank you for being with us tonight. I'd like to call on the city manager for his update, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Several items tonight. First, I'm going to ask Assistant City Manager King to talk a little bit about our transition to the new bus operators. Wisdom.
Thank you, Pat. Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and council members. I think the last time we talked with you about our WISTA service, we were awarding a contract to RATP Dev as to be our new contractor for WISTA. And so since we last spoke about this, DOT staff and a lot of city staff have been working very diligently to execute this transition with our new contractor. And just as a reminder, we were switching from a management contract to a fully operational contract, which that means there were a lot of things that need to be worked out so that we could provide a smooth transition to our customers. And I'm pleased to tell you that we did make that transition last week on August 1st, and RATP Dev took over the WISTA service. And to our knowledge, there have been no service interruptions. Our customers should have experienced a smooth transition throughout that. So that has been a major undertaking over the summer, and we're glad to report so far so good on that. One of the things that we were very concerned about were the TransDev employees coming over to join RATP Dev, and 95% of those employees have made the transition over to RATP Dev. So, so far so good. We will certainly be glad to keep you updated on where things go with WISTA, but so far things are going well.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, a couple of more items in terms of dates, just to make sure council has got these on your calendar. I know you do, but just to reiterate those. On our next set of meetings for the committee meetings, on Monday the 12th, we will have a committee of the whole meeting, which will take place of each of the four committees. They'll all have their committee items on that one day, and we'll do that in the committee meeting room. And then on Tuesday the 13th, we'll have the UNC School of Government is coming down to do some work with us in the in the employee development room at the Lowry Street building, Suite 122. So I know a couple of you, that's the one right in the middle. It says employee development right on the outside of it. So that's where we'll be on Tuesday the 13th, if anybody in the public is interested. Planning and Development has a couple of drop-in sessions for the Forward 2045. The next one is on tomorrow, the 6th, between 5:30 and 7 at the Minnie Lee Davis Harris Community Center. And then there'll be another one at the South Fork Community Center, again from 5:30 to 7 on Wednesday, August the 14th. So Tuesday the 6th at the Minnie Lee Davis Harris Center, and then Wednesday, August 14th at the South Fork Community Center. Both of those meetings start at 5:30. The City of Winston-Salem University is going to have its first session on Thursday, August the 22nd at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. A schedule is being sent to them. I think this is a 6-8 week program, and we'll let council know that as well of when they'll be there having those sessions and when they're doing. I understand that this has been I know it was a very popular program. There was a lot of applicants, so they weren't able to get everybody in the class, but a lot of interest in doing that. In terms of other events going on tomorrow, also, and Recreation and Parks, the Wyndham Championship is hosting a free junior golf clinic at Winston Lake Golf Course between 3 and 4 p.m. That's tomorrow, the 6th. So I think that'll be a great event, and it's great to partner with the Wyndham on doing that. Tomorrow, it's a busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow is also National Night Out, and so there's going to be an event at Galilee Missionary Baptist Church at 6 p.m., again tomorrow, August 6th. And then on Saturday, August 10th at 1 o'clock, the Five Royals mural will be unveiled at 724 Trade Street. Again, that's Saturday at 1 p.m. And then, I know I don't have to repeat this to council, but just to let all of our staff know, the last week has been a tremendously busy one inside the city limits. Lots of things going on. As you all know, the International Black Theater Festival was ongoing. We did the Old School Block Party. We did Teen-tastic events at the fairgrounds. So there was a little bit of rain involved in some of our Old School Block Party events, but it was just a tremendous amount of teamwork from a variety of departments and staff folks and volunteers in the community and the festival organizers. It was just a outstanding event, I believe, and I know that many of you were at several of the different events that went on and were able to see it firsthand. It was just an exciting time to be a part of the city of Winston-Salem. And then to top that all off, a couple of recognitions that have come in since we last met, just to let you know about as well. First, the city's finance department was awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting by the Government Accounting Standards Board for FY23. It's actually by the Government Finance Officers Association. This year's city received the fewest number of comments that we've received in 10 years on the report. So it was a great report for our folks, and we're proud of them for the work they're doing to keep our finances in shape. Probably most of you know this, but just to repeat, the Greater Winston-Salem, Inc. was named the 2024 Chamber of the Year by the Associations of the Chamber of Commerce Executives, and there may be something else coming in recognition of them at one of our upcoming meetings, but I think that was worth noting that they beat out every other chamber in the country as the Chamber of the Year, even though they don't use chamber in their name. I always get them, I tell them the difference. And then a couple of other ones. Southern Living magazine named Winston-Salem one of the top 8 under-the-radar southern cities to visit this summer. Summer's not quite over, so people can still come. We came in at number 5. Boone was also recognized in there, so you can, as you're coming through, you can hit 2 at one stop. But it was great to be recognized as a great place to visit. And then, according to Forbes, Winston-Salem is also one of the top 20 cities in the United States for young professionals and the top city in North Carolina. We were ranked 20th in a study that considered 12 different metrics, including cost of living, housing, employment, and lifestyle. And if you're in the downtown area, you can attest to how many young people and young professionals that we see here on a regular basis. So with that, I'll stand ready to answer any questions.
Any questions, Mr. Pate? Thank you, Mr. Pate. That's some good bragging rights there. We can
Yes,
always
sir.
use those. So tonight's agenda of the City Council is comprised of 2 parts, the general agenda and the consent agenda. And it's always the practice of the City Council to take the consent agenda as the first order of business. As you know, items on this agenda have been unanimously approved by a committee of the City Council or are being submitted in accordance with established city procedure. There'll be no discussion of the items on this agenda unless the council member so requests, in which event the item would be removed from the consent agenda and considered individually. Items not removed will be enacted with one motion. We are televising this meeting live tonight on TV 13, and it will be replayed tomorrow at 9 a.m. and again Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Of course, copies of our agenda as well as videos of other previous meetings can be found on the city's website, and just click on the Watch Meetings Online link. Are there any items that committee members would like to have removed from the consent agenda?
C3, please.
All right, C3.
I move for approval of the balance of the consent agenda.
Second. Thank you, and we will vote on this by oral vote. All those in favor of this motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. And so we do go now to item C3, please.
Mayor joins recommendations for appointments to the Recreation and Parks Commission. Wesley Longsdorf, term expiring May 2027, and Jordan Googe, term expiring May 2026.
Mr. Mundy.
We don't always see our appointees in the gallery, but I do believe I see Jordan Googe, and I just wanted to point out that he's here and he's a new appointee.
Good, thank you. Mr. Googe, thank you for your willingness to serve on this committee. All right, would you make a motion, Mr. Mundy?
Move to approve C3.
Second. Motion to approve item C3. All those in favor of the item, please vote yes. Anyone opposed, vote no.
Yes.
Yes, is it a voice vote?
Should be on the,
Not on the screen. Should be on your screen, that's what she said.
There it is.
there it's come.
Mine didn't come up, but I'd say yes.
Well, how about we just do this? We'll vote by oral vote there. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Oh, no.
Now we're unanimous.
We got it double. Jordan, you got voted double twice there. That's good. Great. So we'll now go to the general agenda. Tonight's general agenda is comprised of 4 public hearing items. 1 item is on demolition and removal of a structure, and 3 items are petitions for road closures. When the public hearing is called, a person in the council chamber will be given an opportunity to speak. If there is opposition to a public hearing items, there will, since this isn't zoning, each side will get about 3 minutes each for comments there. If no one wishes to speak, I'll close the public hearing and the city council will consider the item. So we'll move forward, please, now with item G1. Ms. City Clerk.
Item G1, public hearing and consideration of 1825 Mansfield Street, located in the Southeast Ward. Ordinance ordering the demolition and removal of a structure, continued from May 20th, 2024.
This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the council chamber who wishes to be heard on this? Seeing no one, I declare public hearing closed and recognize Mr. John.
Good afternoon, Mayor, members of the City Council. It's a pleasure to be back in front of you here in August. This is for demolition of a structure at 1825 Mansfield Street. You did hear this one at committee in May. We did request to continue the case so staff could do some additional due diligence for this case, and we have conducted that due diligence. So we'll go through the presentation. So this category is for the plus 65 category, and a little bit about that. That is when the structure needs repairs that exceed 65% of the value of the structure. In this case, 1825 Mansfield does exceed the value of this case. A little bit about history about this case and about our due process. We have sent notifications to everyone that we could track down next of kin for this property. We did not receive a response from anyone, but we tried to do extensive outreach to make sure that they understood what was going on at the property. As of right now, there's a minimum housing violations of 23, and they are still intact right now. You'll see some in the photos here. The residential remove or demolish order expired on July 15th, and now it is eligible for approval. And the estimated cost to repair the structure is just north of $20,000, and the fair market value of the structure is $0. These are some updated photos as of last week that you all can see of the structure. It's pretty dilapidated and it is vacant, so therefore we are bringing this for demolition. Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions? Thank you very much. Is there a motion?
Move for approval of item G1.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Councilmember Taylor, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Adams. All those in favor of the motion, please indicate by voting yes. Anyone opposed, vote no. And that is unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. You have item G2, please.
Item G2, public hearing and consideration of a petition to close and abandon a portion of South Main Street and Hilton Drive, and notice to all persons interested in the closing thereof, located in the Southeast Ward.
This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the council chamber who wishes to be heard on this item? Seeing no one, I'll declare the public hearing closed and recognize Councilmember Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council. As you're aware, this item was approved unanimously by the Public Works Committee, so therefore I move approval of item G2.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Taylor, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, please indicate by voting yes. Anyone opposed, vote no. And that is unanimous. Thank you, Councilmember Taylor.
Thank you.
Item G3.
Item G3, public hearing and consideration on a petition to close and abandon a portion of Flat Rock Street and notice to all persons interested in the closing thereof located in Southeast Ward.
Yeah, this is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the council chamber who'd like to be heard on this petition to close a portion of Flat Rock Street? Seeing no one, I'll declare the public hearing closed. I know it had come out of the Public Works Committee, but also recognize Councilmember Taylor, Southeast Ward.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Mayor Pro Tem, members of council, again, as Mayor just said, this item was also unanimously approved by Public Works. So I move for approval at this time of item G3.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Taylor, second by Mayor Pro Tem Adams. Any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by voting yes. Anyone opposed? No. And that is unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item G4.
Item G4, public hearing and consideration on a petition to close and abandon an unnamed alley off North Dunlith Avenue and notice to all persons interested in the closing thereof located in East Ward.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the council chamber who wishes to be heard on this proposal to close and abandon an alley off Dunley Street? Seeing no one, I'll declare the public hearing closed and would recognize Councilmember Scipio.
I move for approval of agenda item G4.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Scipio, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Adams. Any discussion? All those in favor, please vote yes. Anyone opposed, vote no. And that is unanimous. Thank you very much. We do have a need for a closed session. I'd recognize Councilmember Clark for a motion, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that the Winston-Salem City Council go into closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318, .11A3 and 4 to, 1, discuss matters related to the location or expansion of an industry or business within the city limits, and B, consult with and provide instructions to the city's legal staff regarding the legal matter and to preserve the attorney-client privilege.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mayor Pro Tem. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We go in closed session.
Talking about the county. Y'all come on out.
Is there a motion to end closed session?
So moved.
Second?
Motion and second. All those in favor of ending closed session, say aye. Aye. Thank you. We're back in open session. Is there a motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilmember McIntosh, seconded by Councilmember Larson to adjourn. All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all.